Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are today. This is Drew. We're going to go live. And this morning, I'm just coming from the doctor's office for my checkup. And now I'm heading to a different office. So the ride today is going to be a little bit longer than typical. So, and it's going to be a totally different route. So it'd be a good change of scenery, anyways. So I'm going to go ahead and put the camera forward and then you can see what I'm seeing. Hey, hey, Chrissy. Hey, Capitana. We're going a different route this morning. Hey, Madeline. So it's going to be a much longer drive. I was just coming from my doctor's office. My doctor's very nice. She's actually from Cambodia, and her parents left with Pol Pot when he was there at the Khmer Rouge and all that. And her husband is Filipino, and they met in medical school in New York, so it's kind of funny. They're a really nice couple. They both work at the same practice. Hey, we got Spam. Spam's in the house. Hey, Jing Jing. Bye. So the reason I'm going to this other office, it's in a different city than Raleigh. It's in a town called Wilson. Is we did this Windows 11 migration over the past year, and we finished it on time. And so they're having like a celebration. Hey, LJ. Hey, good morning, Mildred. I found out today that Mildred was AI. I'm just joking. Oh, I'm going to need to switch to... I'm going to need to switch to my hotspot. So let me pull over here in a little bit and I'll take care of that. You can really see the colors on the trees here today. The sun is very bright. All right, I'm going to pull in here and just change to my Wi-Fi so I don't lose the signal. So just give me one moment. Okay, I'm on the Wi-Fi, so hopefully I won't lose you. Now we need to get back. Hey, little Jim Bob. So this is going to be a totally different way that you guys have not seen, but you'll see more of the area that I live in, which is, some of it's very nice. There's a big church over here. They do a lot of music during their sermons. Yeah, they're pretty good. They have nice bands. If I were to make a right-hand turn here, I live maybe a half a mile down that way. So it's not too far for me to go to the doctor. It's maybe 4 miles, 5 miles. The sun is really bright here. We're going to be heading out through the country, so you're going to see a lot of farms and basically a lot of really twisty, windy roads. See how these power lines are on these poles? When I was in Manila, I was amazed at the power lines on the poles, so I took pictures of them. I've never seen anything like that. See, they're doing a lot of construction here as well, building a new shopping center. This is that road that typically in the mornings when I get on it, it's like backed up traffic, but this is further up, so further north from where I normally join. Yeah, this other office is quite a drive, so, but that's where they wanted us to go. So as long as they're paying me, I'm happy. The only nice part about this drive is you don't have all that traffic like you do. It's just, it takes longer to get there. The building that I'm going to, it's actually when I was with Microsoft and they assigned me to the bank, that was the building I would go to. And I would go to the Raleigh office like 1 day a week, and then I would come to this place 4 days a week. So I had actually lived in a different place at that time, which was like kind of between the two places. So the distance was the same regardless of where I went. And then I moved because they moved me to the different office. Yeah, it always matters, KT. I voted already this morning before I went to the doctor. So you can see the places around here, they have a lot more land around their homes. So here's someone had grown corn here. They've harvested it. Whereabouts, KT? Oh, okay. So you can see there's some nice farms over here. Some horses there. Some bales of hay. Yeah, we are having beautiful weather. I love this time of year. It's beautiful country out here, out this way. I'm not sure what the land costs are, but it's kind of a toss-up. I like being out in the country, but I also like the convenience of being close to stores. So if I need something, it's not that far of a distance to get it. A lot of these houses were built a long time ago. A lot of modular or mobile homes. All right, when I stop here, I'm going to switch to my gasoline motor, preserve some of the electric for later. Hey, Tommy. No, it's better now, but when fall first started to come, I mean, it was horrible. I couldn't stop sneezing. There used to be this TV show. It was like one of those faux reality shows. It was called Lizard Lick Towing, and it was actually down this way here. We're gonna turn on Lizard Lick Road, but they used to have a TV show. It was crazy. They would like when people wouldn't pay the bills on their cars, they would go and take them away from them. They like sneak up at night and hook a tow truck up to it and pull it away. Repo. All right, this is Lizard Lick Road. Wonder how they came up with that name. Yeah, Lizard Lick Towing, I think it was called, or the business was. There's probably some old videos on YouTube from that TV show, but this is where it was. The home base was. Then here we're going to turn onto a highway, and we'll be on highway for a little bit of time. Yeah, Tommy, I went last year, just around this time, I went to the Shenandoah Valley to do some work for like about a weekend. It was like 11 days, including the weekend. Man, it was beautiful. Virginia, Maryland does have some nice areas. Why are you shutting up now? Okay, so if I keep on this road, you'll hit Route 95 in like 20, what do they say, 28 miles? Route 95 is a road that goes all the way from Florida up to northern Maine. So it's like the entire east coast of the country on that one road. This town that we're in now is called Zebulon. It reminds me of like the name of a moon or something. Where are you from? I'm from Zebulon. Oh, where's that? What moon is that? Sorry, I'm rambling. So we're heading to Wilson. And here I need to put on my cruise control because it's too easy to speed and I don't want to get pulled over and get a ticket. So I know this is not as exciting as traffic, but it is kind of boring when you're driving on the interstate. Let's see, how long do we have to go? I think it's like 18 miles on this road. Yeah, right. You can see a lot of pine trees in here mixed in with the other trees that are changing colors. I saw some flooding videos from Cebu, and what was the other place? I mean, cars were floating down the roads, and it was horrible. I hope the signal's staying good. I've got it on a car Wi-Fi now. And we're out in the middle of nowhere. So when you're in cruise control in this car, it has a thing called lane keep assist. As long as you keep your hand on the steering wheel, as long as you're just touching it, it'll drive itself. So it'll stay between the lines. And when you want to change lanes, if you hold up the turn signal but don't click it up, it'll validate that there's no one behind you or in front of you, and then it will move over. They were live streaming during the typhoon. Wow. I'm surprised they were able to keep a signal. It only works on really sunshiny days or dark nights when the lines, there's a big contrast between the road and the lines. But like on foggy days or rainy days, it's not consistent enough to be able to trust it. I don't know if you can see it on a heads-up display. I'm going to change. So it comes up with a graphic. Then it disappears. Wow. And I'm glad I don't have to drive this every day. It's also adaptive cruise control, which is kind of annoying. So if it senses the car in front of you is driving slower than you are, it slows you down to match their speed. So now you see it pick up speed. That's true. That's true, Tommy. We really have nothing to complain about. Baltimore is a scary city. It's been years since I've been there, but I remember even during the day, you didn't want to stop at a red light in some areas. You would just go through it. Yeah, this is a long trip to work today. Beep, beep. We're in Wilson County. There's some good videos of Wilson here back in, I want to say 2010, when there were so many tornadoes here that day. And the building that I'm going to, the building next to it used to be a laundromat, and tornado went right through it, wiped it out, missed our building completely. No, Mildred, I am going to work, but going to a different building. We have quite a few different IT locations. We have about 2,000 branches around the country, so it's quite a large bank. Hey, Ramir. Thank you for joining. It's 6:15 where you are. Pretty early. Yeah, this is not as fun as driving through the city and having all the traffic. It can get kind of boring driving on the highway all the time. And here we're going to cross Route 95. About 3 miles from our exit here, so we're getting pretty close. Yeah, well, do you have weather similar to Seattle, Ramir, or is it more? Or do you get like more snow? Because Seattle is sort of like, they get snow, but their weather's weird. It's like a rainforest. They get a lot of rain each year, and it's always gloomy. All right, this next exit coming up is going to be the one we want. The building I'm going to was our older data center. We've since built a few more, one here in Zebulon, actually, one in Charlotte, and then we just opened up one in Dallas, Texas. So the data centers are usually well protected. You have guards, you have barriers around. Here's our exit. If you keep going straight here, you'll end up at the beach, North Carolina Beach. I guess they want to make sure you stop. Wilson is like, it's low sea level, low relative to sea level. So when we get some heavy rains or like a tornado, not a tornado, but a hurricane, this usually floods pretty bad. Plus, it's a lot closer to the coast than we are. where I live. So tropical storms or hurricanes tend to be a little stronger the closer you are to the shore. This place over here, Bill's, the guy that owned it, you can see it, it was huge. It was a barbecue place. They did like barbecue pork, Carolina barbecue pork, and fried chicken. And they did everything in there. They would slaughter, they would cook, they would serve. And they had big trucks. They would go to events and cater. But the guy died, and his wife took it over, and she just let it go. She just decided not to continue with the business. I mean, it had been a landmark for many, many years. This used to be one of our buildings, but it closed during the pandemic because we had people just work from home. Oh crap, I gotta get my badge. Let me stop here and get my badge so I can get in through the guard gate. That's what happens when you don't come to this place for months and months. You forget what you have to have ready. You can see it's built like Fort Knox. I mean, they have these bars all around it. Oops, gotta go through this one. I guess my badge doesn't work anymore.
When's the last time you been here?
Oh my gosh.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to go up front and get a temporary badge.
All right.
But you have to call and reactivate your badge.
All right, cool. I'll go in through there. This is like, they have call centers in here. So like if you, I don't know, have questions with your bank account or problems accessing things. All right, we're gonna park here. Wonder if they'll let me in. All right, so quite a long drive today. Thank you everybody for hanging in there. I'm going to end this live, and I need to go to the front and get a temporary pass. So we'll see you all later, and have a blessed day. And again, thank you. Bye-bye.